So, brothers and sisters, lovers and sinners, we're gonna kind of transition into a procession in which we're gonna go around this beautiful cemetery called the Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Cemetery, and it houses a lot of amazing Hollywood royalty. And like I said, Max is underground Hollywood royalty. He has a particular affinity for Marilyn, who is buried here. Max always felt that Marilyn personified fun and tragedy, both. Right across from her happens to be the grave of a friend of ours who we met in real life, Bettie Page, that is on the radio, when we interviewed her on my show in 1996. And there's many other Hollywood stars, Merv Griffin, who said he was going to do a show with us and didn't, and Natalie Wood, and many, many, many different stars here. And we're going to do a procession with our star, our Capt'n. It is strange that he's so cold because he was so warm always. It is strange. But we're going to do a little procession with him to go around this place. I just feel, honestly, that it's so hard to say goodbye. I just thought it might make it a little easier to do it with some company. It's already where he's going, or whatever this is. I don't know, but I'm doing my best to honor him. So this is Lexi, and she's been a wonderful kind of ambassador between worlds. You can imagine what worlds we mean. We're going to change hats right now because I kind of want this hat to remember him by. This is a real Captain's hat we got in the Army Navy store together, and this one is a yachting hat, and I figure he's going yachting right now. And actually this type of hat, when we met, he put on my head to do a radio show, and I never took it off, kind of. Well, I did change it for other millinery wear. Anyway, other than that, this is how he's going with his favorite color, pink, and his bonobo way shirt, right? And his sage.
I bought that shirt with him.
Yeah, loser.
Yeah.
And his little box of goodies. I have little cards and little pictures and a little money so that he can pay the gate, whatever it is. And then he's got on his Homer Simpson pants, y'all know. And you can't see him, but he loved playful socks, colorful socks. So he's got those on too. Okay, so we're gonna let our kind ambassadors pack up. And this picture is of Max en France. Max in France, in mostly Cannes, a little bit of Paris, a little bit of Nice. One more touch.
Around the cemetery, and then we're gonna process to the crematory, and that's Pierce Brothers Valhalla.
Right. Here in front of Marilyn's Crypt. Max can hang out here just for a moment before he goes in front of Marilyn's Crypt.
Right next to you, hasn't it?
He purposely purchased the one next to her. And my dad was also a fan of Marilyn Monroe, and he gave me the name Marilyn, but my mother didn't want to have it be my first name, so it became my middle name. And when Max brought the Marilyn painting, I just went, oh, cool. Anyway, it's a connection of ours. And we would come here when we lived at the Century Wilshire Hotel for various occasions, like my dad's birthday and when I was just upset. And obviously it's Marilyn's 100th birthday, so everybody's brought her flowers. And Max would love that. He loves flowers. So thank you for stopping with me. We have to get on our way, but Bettie Page is across here. That's why I wore my little booties, so I could wander through the graves and not get high heels sinking. Okay, so now where is Bettie Page?
Right here.
Right here. I wore my little booties.
Says it on her mark.
Ah, Bettie Page. Somebody put a coin. Betty May Page. I feel a little closer to Betty in a different way. You know, Marilyn's been with me all my life as my middle name. But I actually met Betty in terms of interviewing her in 1996.
And we're sailing through Bettie Page country tonight, talking with the living legendary Bettie Page, live on the Dr. Susan Block Show. Betty, are you still there?
You have a very sexy voice.
God, I'm going to cherish that compliment. Can I quote you on that, Betty?
Betty,
Can I quote you on that?
Yes, you can quote me.
Oh, because that is such a compliment coming from you, darling. My husband is here, Max. His father worked with Senator Kefauver.
Oh, he did?
Uh-huh.
So I want to tell you a story, Betty. It's a very important story because Senator Kefauver.
Talk a little loud. I can hardly hear you.
My father was partners with the senator. And what they did many years ago in Washington, D.C., and you should know this, they went out and they bought 300 homes where black people were living.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they evicted them all, okay? And then they turned around. This is the senator that prosecuted you.
Yeah.
They evicted them all, and they took their homes away from them.
Took their homes away?
Yeah.
Why?
And then they sold them back to the federal government for
A lot of money.
for redevelopment. And Senator Kefauver was very heavy into sex and into S&M and bondage. And I know him. My dad knew him. And one of the things that this country does, and whenever it comes to people who smile and tell people to have a good time and enjoy their lives, is to prosecute them. And I wanted you to know that story because I've known it for a long time and have been a fan of yours for a long time.
What a hypocrite he was. Prosecuting people for doing bondage and he himself.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And he
That's often the
himself,
way it is.
Right. And also stealing from people. And I want to say that very clearly. And I loved you. You changed my life. I'm just one person, and you changed my life. And you changed millions of people's lives. And you called them the right name, and I'm just so thrilled to have you here tonight.
I'm so glad to be talking to you.
So Max will be excited to be near Betty too. But no one's like Max. It's supposed to be a ripped food. That's what it's a symbol of. You're supposed to rip it. So you don't have to rip your good suit. You can rip this. That's the idea. You're supposed to rip it.
Did you?
Yeah, I'll give you. There's a lot of juice. Thank you for doing that.
So you drive up there now?
Obviously, I cried a little bit. And then I made the blackout. Because the tears came out the
You absolutely can, yeah.
What are we doing next? So you want the address?
We'll meet you over there.
Okay, no, this is so we run directly from here. Yes. Okay. And is she in the hearse? Yes, I think she's with you.
Yep, she's with me.
Am I able to get with her in here or no?
We don't know. There's only 2 seats.
Oh, there's only 2 seats. Okay, no problem.
Fortunately,
Everything needs to be on camera.